Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. This is DIY with Jean, and I do all kinds of craft ideas. We do quilting, we do sewing, we do paper crafts. Pretty much if it can be done, we will do it. And we're going to go back to our junk journal that we made, and not necessarily go back to it, but go back to ideas that you can use with it. And today we're going to talk more of, or we're going to talk about, and you've probably seen these videos everywhere. Everybody's got their own way of doing it, and they are hidden paper clips. And I prefer this method where the paper clip is completely hidden. And what you do is open it in the middle, and your paper clip is inside, and you can still just put it on, and it works as a bookmark. You can make them as pretty much anything that you want to make them, but I like this kind. It's completely hidden, and so that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So this is what you're going to do. The first thing you do is take a piece of paper that's just a little longer than your paper clip, and you want to fold it in half and put your paper clip over it. This is what allows it to be completely hidden, because we're going to put something on the outside. But your paper, no matter what you do, what you glue on this, your paper is always going to go in the middle of that paper clip. So that is key. That is the first thing that you do. So we're going to take this one, and you want your outside paper that's going to go on it to be either right as long or close. So this one you can see I've got sticking out just a little bit. We're going to put it right in the middle. And yes, I wanted this one bigger, and I'll explain why and show why. So there's that. We're going to put our little decorative piece on like this. Now, you want to use glue. Don't use glue stick. You could use tape. It's a little harder. I prefer just big old glob of glue, because you want this paper clip to stick. So I'm going to put quite generous right in the middle, and I do one side at a time. So I'm going to set my bottle back up, and set that right in the middle where I want it, and I want to put it together and press. And what I'm doing, I'm just sticking that one side right now. But see how it leaves this piece out, and now you know exactly where you can put where you put your paper. And I'll show you how we can cover that as well. So we're going to make sure that's good and on there. And now I'm going to open the back and do the same thing. So again, big old glob of glue. Run it all the way down. So I am just going to rub it with my finger. Feel free to rub it with whatever you've got. I want to make sure I've got some down here at the bottom of this side. And we are going to, again, just press it and hold it just until your glue sets. Now, it doesn't take long for glue to set, but it isn't as instant as tape. And I didn't use tape because you've got multiple layers that you have to worry about. It's got to go and hold that paper clip on. So we want it hidden in there, but we want this stuck to the paper around it. So there we go. There is our first part. Now, I took a thinner piece of paper, and these are scraps. These are things that I have. They're borders. They're things like that. You could use almost anything. So I've got this houndstooth that I think is just beautiful. And we're going to set it off to the side. You'll see why. So we're going to just set it on there. And this you can put on any way you want to, because it's not going to be used as much. It's on the outside. You don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to do both sides. So I put this over both sides so that both sides are similar, and we're just going to set that on there like so, straight. Just put it on, make sure it's stuck down. We have that. Now let's build us a little design, a little something on there. And I have pieces that I have or have or can fussy cut with, like this piece, I took it off of this and just fussy cut it around it. And so now that's how I got that piece. I've got a little piece of lace on there. So let's see, what can we put on this? Now, pieces that you fussy cut, you always want to keep them somewhere. And this is one of the ways that I have found works the best. It's just a regular folder. Just a regular folder. And cut the top so that it looks like envelopes and fold them down. And now you've got a little folder that will hold your little pieces that you have cut or that you have. And so let's see what we have here. It's kind of a Christmassy looking thing. I did these, I got a book, a bird book, that had no value as a bird book. It's exceptionally old, and you know, it got some information that's good, some that's not. But what I did was I went in and started, I haven't cut near all of them, but I went in and started cutting birds out. And I love them. So let's see, what can we put there that would really pop? I want it to just stand up and say hi, you know. The scissor tail flycatcher, that might be pretty. But is that going to be too light? Do we want a darker bird? Could go with this. He's a little big. I don't really like him on there. Not that one. Not perfect, but what if we take a little piece of, we're going to take this lining from the inside of the tie that we used to make that little coin purse a couple of times ago. And this, I save everything because you just never know what you can use. So we're going to glue it down. And before we put the bird down, we're going to go around it with some brown ink to give it more of an aged look. And it really is aged because the book is really old. But let's see, here's some brown. And you can use the distress inks, and I normally would, but this is what I have right now. So I didn't dig far enough to get my distress inks out. So we're just going to go around our little bird. Give it a little bit of dimension. We're going to do the same thing to our card. Don't stick down to that yet. So we're going to put our little bird on. It should stick to the glue underneath. Okay, and there is the front side of that little paper clip, and let me show you how that works. You just slide it on like so, and there we have our paper clip. Now the other thing that I like doing is I make the little pieces first, and so again the tie binding and a little butterfly with the sunflower. This one, is going to have the star with the little mouse peeking over, and the mouse is a stamp that I did, and I just fussy cutted it, which means I cut around it by hand, didn't use any clippers. But that will be another really cute, here, let's see if we can do that real quick. So we have a piece of white, I'm going to fold it in half. Let's see how big we have to have it. And this is one of the easiest ways. Take your paper clip, because I know that mine are usually about 5 inches. So of the paper that I normally want to use. So I'm just going to fold that over. And now I know exactly how big I need this. Let's see. Take my folding tool, and this came from the Dollar Tree. So I don't spend a whole lot of money if I don't have to. Cut that. Now the scissors, these scissors are expensive, but I do buy the little craft scissors at the Dollar Tree that cost $1. They're $1 a pair, and they have a pink handle, and you get them back in the crafter's square section. Yeah, buy those because they are super sharp. They are perfect for detail cutting, and that's really all I'm going to use them for. So now, if you don't mind your paper clip showing in the back, you could glue it straight on the paper or do it like this, like I did. And I kind of like the big side. If I'm going to have part of it showing, I want the big side showing. So I'm going to put my star off to the side and put my little mouse looking over the edge. So let's get that put together. And this is one that, like I said, you're going to be able to see the paper clip on the back, but it won't really matter depending on what you put it on. You could put this on a gift card. You could put it on a get well card or a Christmas card or whatever, depending on how you make it, what it looks like. This one could be Easter or could be Christmas with the little snowy. And I did paint this. This is a Chalk Couture stencil and Chalk Couture paint. So that is, you could make your own that way. And I will link that information on here as well. So we're just going to glue that down real quick. Have to hold it because it does take a minute. Try to glue him down just a wee bit better. I don't think that really worked, but it might have. So there we go. So now we have this one, and you can see how it goes on. Again, the back's not finished, but it's easy to fix that if you wanted to. Come on. If you want to put something on the back, so there you go. There's our little star and our little mouse. And I hand colored that with chalk. It is also a stamp, but I've had it a while. You probably won't be able to find that one, but you can find all kinds that are similar. But it looks like he's just peeping over. And then if we wanted to put something on the back, then you could take this piece. Probably wouldn't take that piece because it's also blank on the back, and you're going to be able to see it behind the star, and I don't think we want that. So let's see what we have. This really nice blue, but is that going to compete with the star? Hard to say. Hard to say. So that would be completely up to you. If you wanted to put something, and then you could have maybe a note you wrote on the back for this person that you're giving it to. It could be part of the gift. So that could be your little tag for a gift, and then they can reuse it. Like I said, you can fussy cut out pictures from books. You know, go to thrift stores, go places, go to garage sales, buy books that have pictures and drawings in them. And if the book is not like this one, this is Hollywood Babylon 2. It doesn't really have any value except for what's in it. So it's got old stars in it, which would be beautiful as backgrounds. It's also got the words that you could then use things, use cutouts, and like a star with words on it, or a page with words on it that you put something else on top of. It doesn't matter what it says, get one in any language. But I could use I don't think I would use the casket one, but just saying. But, you know, you could use any of these. They also have little sayings in here. Let's see if I've got, oh, look, there's Mickey Mouse. Opium, great. Didn't know Mickey Mouse had a problem. But like, eat it, open up your mouth and feed it. It's a weird saying, but you could put it on there. I mean, it could be something that you put into a journal. This individually or even as a grouping would be beautiful in a journal. So don't think that you can't cut up a book. You can. And then keep the binding to make another junk journal out of. So on this one, I would probably keep these 2 pages together and cut it in here because I love this cover. And then the back has the same. So your front and back would be identical. You'd be able to go in, take the middle pages out, and then use them for whatever you want. But again, another beautiful graphic that you could use. But, so today we made a few different paper clips for your journals. This one is not a hidden. This one is a hidden paper clip. Do something different to the back. You could put, you know, a different type of silhouette. I probably would keep it same season, so I probably wouldn't go with spring on this one, but you could go with something similar to this on the back. That particular graphic would be pretty on there because it would go with this as well. You could even take and put, oh, I was going to show you. So down here on the bottom, let's say you don't like that. You don't want it to show like that. You could take ribbon and put it along the bottom. And I'll show you what that would look like. And it could be any kind of ribbon. It could be decorative string. It could be actual thick ribbon. I am pretty fond of ribbon like this. It's just got a nice shiny texture to it. And we just add it to the bottom. What I would probably do is take this piece of tulle. It's tulle ribbon. Cut it down. I might even fold it over so that I've got a nice straight edge, and it's a little thicker, so I'd put that down and then add this ribbon on top. So now you've got just a real pretty lace effect down at the bottom, and it still goes with this, still goes with the bird, still goes with everything. So it's just one more way you can finish off your piece. So there's that. You could use this type of ribbon and put it along the bottom. That would be beautiful. So just some ideas. You could poke a hole up here and add a chain or some sort of dangle, and that would be really pretty. But they can be any size. As long as the paper clip fits, you're good. So there's that one. And just remember, don't block the sides, because if you do, you won't be able to put anything in the middle. So you wouldn't be able to put it on your paper clip. And see, that would make a really cute little bookmark. Put it on the page that you're on. When you come back, you know exactly where you are, and that won't fall out. So that is just some ideas to use these and some very simple ways to use it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give me some ideas of what you would do. What would you like to see me do with them? I do have some origami shapes that we'll be doing at another time, and with paper clips, and that way you've got a little more decorative. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, comment. Everything helps me with my YouTube numbers, and that helps me get seen by more people, and I would greatly appreciate that. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for spending your time with me, and I will see you next time.